Iran-US nuclear talks to renew in coming days. Tehran and EU say Dubai. Iran's indirect talks with the United States on reviving the 2015 nuclear percent will resume soon, the Iranian overseas minister stated on Saturday amid a push through the European Union's top diplomat to break a months-long impasse inside the negotiations. We are organized to resume talks inside the coming days. What is vital for Iran is to absolutely obtain the financial benefits of the 2015 accord, Foreign Minister Hossein Amirabdollahian stated, including that he had held a lengthy however effective assembly with EU Foreign Coverage Chief Josep Borrell. White House National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby (NYSE, KEX) mentioned he couldn't speak at the fame of the negotiations. But there is not anything modified about our position that a nuclear deal is the satisfactory way to save Iran from attaining nuclear guns popularity, Kirby informed reporters traveling aboard Air Force One. We want to get them back into compliance. The percent seemed close to being revived in March whilst the EU that is coordinating negotiations invited overseas ministers representing the Accords events to Vienna to finalize an agreement after 11 months of oblique talks among Tehran and President Joe Biden's administration. But the talks have been bogged down, chiefly over Tehran's insistence that Washington eliminate the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC), its elite safety force, from the U.S. Foreign Terrorist Organization listing. We are expected to renew talks within the coming days and spoil the deadlock. It has been 3 months and we want to boost up the paintings. I am very happy about the selection that has been made in Tehran and Washington, Borrell informed a televised information conference in Tehran. 2 officials, one Iranian and one European, instructed in advance of Borrell's journey that problems inclusive of one on sanctions remain to be resolved, remarks that Iran's foreign ministry has neither showed nor denied. We agreed on resumption of negotiations between Iran and US within the coming days, facilitated through my crew, to remedy the remaining superb problems, Borrell said. And the coming days suggest coming days. I suggest, speedy, at once. In 2018, then U.S. President Donald Trump pulled out of the deal, underneath which Iran agreed to curbs on its nuclear program in return for relief from monetary sanctions. The U.S. withdrawal and its reimposition of crippling sanctions precipitated Iran to begin violating its center nuclear limits about 12 months later. Western powers fear Iran is getting towards being able to produce a nuclear bomb if it determined to, although Iran says its intentions are completely non-violent. Ali Shamkhani, secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, which makes the choices in the nuclear talks, instructed Borrell that Iran will in addition broaden its nuclear program till the West changes its unlawful behavior. Iran's retaliatory movements within the nuclear region are merely prison and rational responses to U.S. unilateralism and European inaction and could retain so long as the West's unlawful practices aren't changed, Shamkhani mentioned, without elaborating. And despite the approaching resumption of talks, Borrell appeared to play down the opportunity of a short deal. I cannot or expecting. We are pushing for it. I respect the goodwill from the Iranian aspect. There is likewise goodwill from the American facet, Borrell mentioned in a news convention on an EU website. Talks between Iran, the US and the EU will now not take location in Vienna because they may not be within the 4+1 layout, they'll probably take area someplace toward the Persian Gulf and more in particular in a Persian Gulf country, Iranian media quoted Borrell as announcing.